Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gimme That Take, the fastest growing LIV Golf podcast of 2023. Stick around for more takes like this.
Final 6 holes. 13 is not that long of a par 5 for most professional tour players. It's 532 yards roughly, depending on tee. It is the only hole on the course that begins in the forest and ends in the mangroves. Can be tricky. Small green. That's going to be the biggest part. And also, there's a false front bunker right in front that appears kind of like when you look in a car mirror, objects are closer than they appear. Kind of one of those things. So if you miss that and get in that false front part of the green, you're going to fall into that bunker.
We have LIV freaking Golf League, baby. Yes, we do. LIV Golf, El Camaléon, Mayakoba, LIV Golf. All the teams will be there. All your favorite players will be there. And so Mac, Jerome, and myself decided that each week when there's a tournament, a LIV tournament, we're going to break down hole by hole what you can expect when you're viewing the tournament yourself on either the CW app or on your local CW channels. So we'd love to hear some feedback on this format. So hit us up in the comment section wherever you're listening or watching. LIV Golf League gets their season underway this week. Finally, gosh, it feels like
We are here.
Yes, finally, some actual golf that we can talk about on our weekly shows. Every time LIV has an event, we will set you up by going down through the course, giving you a little bit of course history, kind of how you can expect the course to play and things like that. I really, really wanted to come up with like a cool way to describe this course, but I'll leave it up to the people who actually write for the course because they wrote something really awesome. So I'm just going to read it word for word here. Designed by the legendary Greg Norman. Of course, this is a Norman course. It's a 7,000 yard layout that's very unique, not just to the country, but to the entire golf kingdom. As its name suggests, El Camaléon, the chameleon, is ever changing. The stunning Playa del Carmen golf course bends through three distinct landscapes: dense jungle, mangrove forests, and stunning oceanfront stretches of sand, and is bisected by massive limestone canals. Norman has even incorporated a cenote, an ancient underground cavern and river system, into the center of the seventh fairway. We'll get to that. Yeah, so cool. From the tips, El Camaléon is a major league test, a real shark bite. That's really good writing. Whoever wrote that, props to
I like the shark in there.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So El Camaléon plays par 71, so it's a par 5 short than your typical professional golf course. Like I said, it's around 7,000 yards. They play it pretty much in its course history. Wind is always the key whenever you're playing right off the coast. So kind of took a look at the weather for the week. We are recording this on Sunday, but this coming Sunday, when the actual event will be there, is going to be the windiest of the days. Otherwise, just kind of steady breezes at 12 miles an hour. Of course, when we talk about the holes, we'll talk about where, a little bit of wind direction and things like that, and what people can expect. Sunny and 80s, of course. We knew that. Low scores. You can definitely expect low scores. You look at past events, Papa Golf Alpha events that have taken place on this course. Typically, the leader or the winner after 4 rounds is typically about 20 under par. So lots of red, lots and lots of red. So let's get into it. Let's go through the course hole by hole. Start with hole number 1, which is a super straightforward, fairly open par 4, 438 downhill, but into the wind. The left side of the fairway is definitely where you want to play your tee shot, get a good approach into a green that really doesn't have much trouble. All the trouble on this hole is down the right side. So you'll see plenty of balls start off down the left. Pretty fairly straightforward first hole. not a huge challenge for a professional golfer at all. Hole 2, the mangroves that we talked about, those thick trees, they are all the way down both sides of the fairway on this hole. But they didn't put any Greg Norman didn't put any bunkers in play off the tee. So that's fine because these guys can typically control at least their carry. And so if they can pick a good target, get it out there, even into the wind, it's a slight dog leg right. So you'll see a lot more balls come down the right-hand side of this fairway. For sure, got to hit the fairway. Anything in those groves takes birdie out of play. The green goes right to left. Big, huge bunker on the left side. So hole 2, hit the fairway. You probably score on this hole. Hole 3, I would say this could turn into being the most challenging hole on the front.
This is the one with the water approaching the green.
Yeah, it's a short par 4, always plays into the wind because you're getting closer and closer on this front side here. You're getting closer and closer to the water, and you're headed out. You're headed out that way. It's a real short par 4. It plays like anywhere from like 375 to 395, which is super short for them. Playing into the wind, you need to hit the left side of the fairway for sure. Trouble on the right, but then you have to carry this like ravine canal that guards the front side. Also,
like a moat.
Yeah, super deep bunkers on the right. You can't be in there. If you get in there, up and down is going to be super tough. So it could actually turn out to be, we'll go back and recap, but it could actually turn out to be one of the harder holes this weekend for sure. Hole number 4, this is like their signature picturesque hole. Every single person who plays this course takes a photo with them on this green. It's just a tiny par 3, 116 yards ish, give or take a few, depending on where the tee is in the box. Bunkers on the front left. There's like a 1 bunker in the front left. So I imagine Sunday pin probably going to be on the left-hand back corner of the bunker, I bet. And then 2 bunkers pin high on the right. So we'll see early round, probably pin locations over there just to try to put some trouble into play. The views are unmatched here. Crystal clear waters. You can see like islands off in the distance. They've got the little building there off the backside with like the thatch roof and all that, and people vacationing just off the green to the left. So picturesque hole, beautiful hole, par 4. Probably should get a birdie if you can hit one of your lesser wedges. Hole 5, super narrow. This is what they talk about. Like things change so much. It's a par 5, 554. Norman screwed everybody here. If you want to cut the little dog leg left, his fairway bunkers like all the way down on the dog leg left. And then he also strategically placed some bunkers on the right hand, on the right
play too.
Oh yeah, that we'll get there. Some other bunkers up on the right in the fairway at about where everybody carries the ball, like 305, 290 to like 305, somewhere in there. So people are going to hit driver, but they got to hit the fairway, must hit the fairway. This is like a theme for this course. You hit fairways, you score for sure.
Some of the more wayward tee shot guys that are known for that are going to be maybe hitting less and laying up on par 5s like that.
Yeah, super interesting to see what the Bombers decide to do, how they track on this course for sure. And hole number 6, we're back in the jungle, par 4, 416 uphill. It's an enormous green. It's like it's the biggest green on the course. The front side bunker, pretty deep. So you need to be pin seeking from the fairway. You got to be on the right side of the green here, because if you're not, you're going to be 2-putting for par, and 2 putts for par in a tournament where you should be shooting, teens under, or actually for this, so 20 under will take off 6 shots, so like 14 under ish, we'll say, is going to win this thing. 2-putt par on a hole where you got a big ass green is not going to work. So Rome will take you through the middle rounds and the middle holes of the round, and he'll introduce you to the Say No Tay.
So this is my first time describing a course, so I tried my hardest to make this compelling. So here we go. Number 7 is a 554-yard par 5 playing left to right with a medium-sized green. There are 5 bunkers on number 7, 2 right around halfway down the fairway just before the fairway turns right, with one of them being particularly deep. That's what they were talking, what Aaron was talking about. It goes into the cave system. Further down, there's another pair of bunkers that flank the front of the green. The 5th is right just to the left side of the green, just before you get there. Looks pretty nice. Number 7. Par 5s. I love looking how par 5s are constructed, just because there's so much to play with. Number 8 is a 151-yard par 3. Tees are separated from the approach and the green by a large waste area. It's all like it's not so much like a giant bunker, but it's just like it's all limestone. It's all like white color. It's but it's not like a large bunker either. They just called it a waste area. The green sits right to left. It's going to be really interesting to see this one, especially with the wind. If you're, hitting 151 yards. Number 9 is a 462-yard par 4, plays uphill and with the wind. The hole plays right to left to right, sorry, with a narrow fairway on the right side. Number 9 has largest green on the course.
Oh, okay, there you go.
There are 4 bunkers, one to the left, a quarter way down, another on the right, 50 or so yards further, and the final 2 flank the green on the front side. The bunker on the left sits towards the front right, and the other sits on the back left side of the green. Number 10 is the longest par 3 on the course with 200 yards. 10 plays downhill with hazards to the right side of the green, steep limestone cliffs on the right side that lead right down into the canal, and a pair of bunkers on the front left side. Number 11 is 360-yard par 4. 4 is relatively straight with a large bunker sitting to the front left of the green.
So you can't drive it though, because that bunker's guarding the green. So
yeah, it's but it's really weird how simplified number 11 is. It's pretty straightforward. Number 12 is a 451-yard par 4. There are no bunkers on this hole, just like another one that Aaron mentioned earlier. But the cart path does bisect the fairway twice. It kind of wraps around, cuts in front, and then kind of like halfway cuts across again. The green is raised and is small in size with heavy slopes surrounding it. So it's you're going to have to be very accurate with that, and low amount of bounce when you're putting it up there, because if it rolls off, it's just going to be a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on the first 6 and then the second 6, exactly the same. You got to have to hit fairways this weekend. Fairways are going to be birdie opportunities. The greens here are, not as protected as a lot of professional golf courses that you're typically seeing. So anyway, Jay, take us home.
Final 6 holes. 13 is not that long of a par 5 for most professional tour players. It's 532 yards roughly, depending on tee. It is the only hole on the course that begins in the forest and ends in the mangroves. Can be tricky. Small green, that's going to be the biggest part. And also, there's a false front bunker right in front that appears kind of like when you look in a car mirror. Objects are closer than they appear, kind of one of those things. So if you miss that and get in that false front part of the green, you're going to fall into that bunker. 14 is 452-yard par 4 on the lengthy side. You're going to need 2 really good shots to get there in 2. The fairway, the tee shot plays right to left. Very welcoming fairway, so it's one of the larger ones on the course. Best angle to get to the elevated green would be playing on that left side.
Good hole for good hole for the bombers before they try to finish
absolutely
out here.
Absolutely. Or the free swingers. Free swingers, just go for it. Give yourself the best chance of getting there in 2 with a large fairway. Hole Hole 15, gorgeous looking hole.
Mm.
You got the setting of the beautiful water in the back. It is a 155-yard par 3 that goes right along the Caribbean. Strong ocean breezes on this hole. So definitely something that's going to be an issue for some golfers. The breeze is going to go right to left off of the water. So you're going to have to really club up and see what happens there. It's guarded by a single bunker to the front left of the green. Again, if balls are going right to left off the ocean, that's going to be a problem on that left side. Might come into play for more golfers than would want. Hole 16, par 4, again, plays through the mangroves, about 485 to 500 yards, depending on where it's playing. It's another long par 4. Again, wind is at your back on this one. Wind is going to be the talk, like you said, the talk of the week. It plays on almost every hole. This time it's at your back, so that 485 yards will get cut down quite a bit. Well-guarded bunkers, right and left, but the green is large, so they do have a good approach into that green with a little more confidence than other holes. Hole 17 is a short par 4. It's about 375, 380 yards. Again, like Aaron said before, that's pretty short for professional golfers. You cannot miss left. There's water going down the whole entirety of the fairway, even more around the bunker. And then to end it, we got hole 18's 450-yard par 4. This one is uphill into prevailing winds. Fairway is well bunkered. I think there's 6 or 7 bunkers on this final hole. You are rewarded with a really good straight tee shot. Again, that's going to come into play. Medium-sized green, several bunkers guarding the green, and on the right side, it's an awesome, challenging hole to finish the tournament.
Yeah. So I'd love to bet on this, and we would all love to bet on this, but somehow, I guess because they haven't announced all the rosters yet, that we don't have anywhere to bet yet. And this is definitely a negative for LIV because Papa Golf Alpha people who lost their money, Mac, on Sunday. Would love to get some bets in real quick before we get out of here. This course has obviously played Papa Golf Alpha before. Not this first time LIV's been here, but some of these guys have played it. So LIV guys with T5 or better in their history. This is some betting advice for you. Danny Lee, he came in second in 2019. Carlos Ortiz, of my Fireballs, T2 in 20 and second overall in 22. Joaquin Neiman came in T5 in 2022. Matthew Wolf of Smash, T5 in 2022. Also, T10 or better, Danny Lee, T7 in 22. Pat Perez, T6 and 19. T18 and 20. Harold Varner, T6 and 19. Lahiri for the Crushers, he finished T10 in 2019. Carlos Ortiz again, T8 in 2021. Abraham Answer, a lot of fireballers on this. T8 in 20.
Well, we expect that.
T7 in 2022, and of course Sergio, T7 in 2022. A little bit deeper look, lifetime shots gained at the course added to the expected shots gained. So based on like what kind of players they are, and this data is provided by Data Golf, so shout out to them. Matt Wolf, kind of interesting. He's played better on this course, 2.48 strokes gained against the fields that he's played, and that's 7th all time at the course. So you wouldn't think that a guy who hits it far. So maybe Matt Wolf adjusts his game when he plays here, and then just total shots gained combined overall in the history of the course. Matt Wolf, 4th best at 2.24, and Sergio, almost 2 shots better than the field, 9th best ever. So real quick, one person to win this weekend, and the team you think that will take it down. Matt, I'll start with you.
The punch is now the Rippers, I believe, right?
That's right.
Am I wrong about that?
Yeah.
So I got to go with my team. I'm going to go with the Rippers, even though I think some of the other golfers may have done better at this course. I still think the heat is something Australians are prone to anyway in their home course, in their homeland, I guess you could say. So I'm still going to go with the Rippers. Individual. I mean, I Cam Smith. I think he's the best golfer in LIV.
There you go.
I think I'm gonna stick with him, and I'm pretty happy with him as a choice every week. But we'll see where we go from here.
Jerome, your money, team, individual.
I'm going with Answer and the Fireballs. They've had a lot of
Front
success
running
on this
son
course.
of a bitch. Front running
You know.
son of a bitch.
Hey, you know what? I'm not stupid. I'm ugly, but I'm not stupid.
Very Rory like.
Yeah, probably a smart bet to
Fuck you.
to pick a
I'm saying.
fireballer. Probably a good bet to pick the Fireballs. I will go with the defending champs to win. I'll take the 4 aces, and I'll take Pat Perez to take it down.
Wow.
With that beautiful fucking hair flowing.
Love it.
Love to watch him
Beast.
play. Yeah, he is a beast. And so let's go, Patty. But of course, when the Fireballs win and Answer wins, Rome, you can celebrate, but I'll flex for my team. So
Awesome, man. Looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great week. Can't wait.
yeah, so excited. We got golf. I cannot
Pumped.
wait.
Pumped.
CW
One last
app,
thing.
CW
One-
app, CW
yes.
app. Download it. Watch
Yes.
all the golf on Friday. And if you're at work, you happen to work on the weekends or something, you can still watch it on the app on Saturday and Sunday, or watch it on your local CW. Every local CW has it. Don't
Yep.
get it twisted.
Awesome.
Social media, get on there. Let us know how we did with this breakdown of the course. Is there something more you want us to talk about? Tell us on Twitter. Tell us on Instagram. Tell us on YouTube, TikTok. If it's out there, we're probably on it. So fucking stop thinking about it and just follow us. Click the bell. Get
Just do it.
notifications. Just do it.
Just do it. If you're
Don't
thinking
think
about
about
doing
it.
it,
Just do it.
just
If
do
you're
it.
thinking about doing it, do it.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Peace.
Mayakoba.